Welcome to our third video in our series looking at light in scripture and reflections on how that light can impact our lives. I wonder, are you a morning person or an evening person? I guess each of us has a different feeling about that, but the one thing that's common is light comes in the morning. There's a daylight, there's a newness, there's a freshness to the day. It's that we know that in that moment, the night has passed and the day lies open before us. So often, as we look at the day, we know from the psalmist that God's mercies are new every morning, that there's new provision and new things to be had. But there's this verse in Romans that really brings the morning light home. And it's here in Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And do this, understanding the present time. The hour has already come for you to wake up from your slumber, because our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. The night is nearly over, the day is almost here. So let us put aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armor of light, understanding this present time. In our church's calendar, it's about to be Advent, the beginning of the church's year as we prepare for Jesus's birth. But above all, we also prepare for his second coming. And this verse reminds us as Christians to wake up in the same way that creation wakes up in spring. We get to wake up in this season. Wake up to the fact that God is with us. Wake up to the fact that God will come again. Wake up to the fact that now we are closer again to his salvation and return than we were at the beginning of the last year. To wake up and become alive to his presence and his light. Wake up is one of the things that Jesus wants to say to us. In the midst of the hustle and bustle, or in the midst of the quiet of Christmas, Jesus doesn't want Christmas just to pass us by, Advent to just pass us by. Jesus wants our spirits to wake up and to look upon him and to delight in him. Just look again at these verses. Salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. For the night is nearly over, the day is almost here. So let us put aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armor of light. The choice to choose to live again for God. The choice to prepare our hearts for him, the choice to put on his armor of protection, his armor of light, that we might reflect his light in the world. And so this Advent time is a choice to wake up to God's presence, a choice to leave behind any dark things of the last year, and to once again put on the armor of light as we wait patiently and as we get to share in God's salvation, in the joy of Christmas and the celebration of Emmanuel, God with us. So why don't you take a few moments now just to pause, to reflect, and to ask the Lord's Spirit to come, to wake you up to his light, to wake you up to his presence, to leave behind all that entangles, and to place on again the armor of light.